the Karate Kid and XRP? Is there a connection? Now, I'm not talking about Karate Kid with Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son. I'm talking about the real Karate Kid with Daniel LaRusso. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. My name is Donnie Joseph, and we're just going to jump right in. If you've never watched the original Karate Kid, I'm going to ask you to pause this video, do yourself a favor, go watch the video, go watch the movie, and then come back. See, in our family, that's a must. I have 3 boys, and all 3 of my boys know how to do the crane kick. We watch the Karate Kid fairly frequently. But you may be wondering, well, what the hell does XRP and Karate Kid have to do with one another? And in order to understand that, I gotta give you some background. So if you've watched the movie, you're gonna know exactly what I mean. But in one of the opening scenes, Daniel LaRusso pulls up on his BMX with a blue grip and chrome bike, tank top on, and something about him, man. He was skinny, tall, lanky, but he was cool. Something about him seemed special. It was the way he walked, the way he talked. But the way that the movie portrayed him wasn't like he was the coolest kid. He went to the new school and wasn't like he was the popular kid on campus. But it didn't take very long for the girls to recognize that there was something special about Mr. Daniel LaRusso. And if you remember, in one of the early scenes of the movie, he made it to the beach and was hanging out there all day playing soccer with his buddies. And when night came, the Cobra Kai boys showed up on their dirt bikes, starting problems, and Daniel LaRusso, being the cool guy that he was, stood up to them and took an absolute whooping. But even in that moment of him being beat down, laying there in the sand, gasping for air, you couldn't help but watch the movie and admire the guy. You knew that there was just something special about him. And that wasn't the first whooping that he took. There were many whoopings that he took throughout the movie. But nevertheless, you still knew that there was something special about him. I remember the scene where I think it's Halloween, and they're at the school, and he goes into the bathroom and sees one of his rivals, and the rival's in the bathroom stall in his skeleton suit. And Daniel LaRusso grabs a water hose, runs it over the top of the stall, turns it on full blast, and bolts out of the bathroom, knowing that he was going to take a beating. 6 or 7 guys chased him down, and sure enough, they finally caught up to him before he can jump over the fence and make it home. And they gave him a beating. But in that moment, you still knew that there was something special about him. And it wasn't like throughout the movie that he was having these major wins. Throughout the movie, he was constantly getting beat up, getting picked on, scrawny. And it wasn't until the end of the movie when he had his chance to shine. And even then, he was beaten, broken, battered, standing on one leg. And it was the very last scene of the movie, or one of the very last scenes. All he could do was stand on one leg. He was hurting, ribs messed up, legs messed up. And that's when he threw the crane kick to seal the deal and beat the leader of the Cobra Kai and win the tournament. I don't know about you, but when I think about XRP, I can't help but see the similarities. It seems like XRP right now has been taking a beating. I know it's taking a beating today. I just looked, it was like at $1 78, I think. And it's scrawny, just like Daniel LaRusso, undervalued, underpriced, and just keeps taking a beating. People are overlooking it. People don't like it. But every time I look at it, I just see something special. I see something special in it, regardless of the price. And I think if we're using the similarity between the movie and XRP, then we also have to understand that we're only halfway through the movie, folks. We're only halfway through. So we can't expect XRP to make its move and do what it's supposed to do and shine like a star in the middle of the movie. That's never the way it works with the hero. It's always at the end of the movie. And again, we're only halfway through. We still got more beatings to take. And hey, we're taking one today. There might be one next week, and there might be one the week after that. But it doesn't mean that there's not something special with XRP. It doesn't mean that. Now, look, it's easy for me to say, right? Like if you're holding XRP and you've put some money in and your account's upside down right now because of the money that you've invested, or maybe you bought in when it was high and now it's low. I have the same feeling. I don't love looking at my holding and knowing that I have thousands and thousands of dollars invested, and then I'm upside down several $1,000s. It doesn't make me feel good, but I know that I have something special, and I know that we're just halfway through the movie. So what do? Buy more. And if you understand what you hold and you know that XRP is special, then I encourage you to also understand that we're just halfway through the movie. And we can't expect the hero to show up just yet. It's going to take time. I knew that when I got into XRP. When I got into XRP, I said, hey, this is a 3 to 6 year investment. It's going to take so much time for adoption to take place. It doesn't mean that it's not going to shine in between, but for it to do what we really expect from it, that's going to take time. And so if you're in it for the short term, then I would be concerned, because it may not go up tomorrow. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I personally don't care. I'm taking full advantage of the current prices. And if it drops more, I'm going to take full advantage of those prices. Again, XRP is something special. If you got into it for the wrong reasons, then I honestly don't know what to tell you. But if you recognize what it is and what it's going to be used for, then just sit tight. Don't rush it. Just wait. It's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. And the people that can be patient and honor the discipline, the mental fortitude, the people that can honor that process, those are the ones that deserve to reap the reward. Like, do you know how many people came before me that have invested in XRP? I got a buddy that messages me every now and then. And I'm asking, hey, are you buying? He goes, no, man. I got in, I don't know, 2017, I think it was. He bought at the last high. He goes, I'm still waiting. And so how selfish would it be of me to expect, when I've only been investing in it for the last year and a half or so, how How selfish would it be of me to expect to reap the reward over this guy that's been sitting on the sideline for 7 years waiting patiently to get his investment back? I may have 3 more years. I don't know, and I don't care. XRP is something special. It's going to do something special. And so there's nothing that's going to happen that's going to shake me out of it. Barring information coming forward that there's something that is completely out of line with the organization Ripple, that there's some sort of illegal activity or something along those lines. But guys, that's not going to happen. XRP was designed to be a part of the world's future financial system. That's it. And if you understand that, then sit tight, be patient, and let things play out. Let all of the emotional people, let them get shaken out, and just wait. And you will have earned the right to enjoy the fruits of that. That's all I got for you today. If you stood around to the end, leave a comment, like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. Until then, wax on, wax off.